Hey, there we go. We're now flying.
Right.
Welcome to the show, Mr. Matthew Shaw. Hello, Matthew.
Well,
Not too bad, mate. And if anything, you're not a stranger to the Rab Show, to be fair.
not at all. I got a few goes at it.
A few goes, yeah. Plus, you were on Rab Show Live as well. So,
Oh,
yeah,
yes.
you're certainly not a stranger to the show.
Not at all.
But it's good to catch up with you, mate. If anything, we've been doing little feature episodes and stuff on bands. And one of the bands we wanted to feature was Rivara, of course. And your lead tipper was Rivara. I think it would be fair to say you guys had quite a decent season last year.
That was, well, from the drum corps point of view, it was very good. The band season was pretty good too. It's just, we hit the Worlds as a band, we just didn't quite get the result at all. No, the drum corps, it was a sort of bittersweet day. You know, the drum corps taking up the top prize and then the band not even getting placed at all. A bit of a bittersweet day.
That's it. So you were kind of celebrating on one end, but kind of
Sort of. Probably a lot of guys, because I'm actually the longest serving drummer in the band at the minute, so I sort of know the band inside out. And a couple of the new guys, they knew they won the Worlds, and the band prize didn't really sort of hit them the way it hit me.
Yeah.
Still celebrate. I'm not gonna lie, I didn't still celebrated all right, but no, it was a wee bit just that bittersweet thing. So it was.
That's a combination of the two. So I think for our international folks listening right now, or even watching on our YouTube channel, can you give us a little bit of a background about Ravara Pipe Band? Whereabouts are you based? Your grade? Have you got many in your band, for example?
Right. We're based in Ballygown, which is a wee town just maybe about 20 minutes outside Belfast. What we talk, we're a grade 2. I've probably been known for the band that's been bouncing up and down between grade 1 and grade 2 the past maybe 20, 30 years. You know, we've been grade 2, grade 1, grade 2, grade 1 sort of thing, bouncing up. But then we're in grade 2 the past couple of years. We're probably talking about 30, 40 members we'll have all around.
There you go.
So I had a few more new ones in for this season, but unfortunately they didn't get a chance to play this year.
Yeah, if anything, Matthew, that was one of my big regrets, actually, not seeing Rivara this incoming season. How have you guys been coping with lockdown and the cancellation of everything?
Just everyone's just trying to keep safe and do whatever they can do. You know, we tried a couple of Zoom practices. Well, not really Zoom practices, a couple of Zoom meetings. Once we knew the sort of restrictions were starting to ease off, we talked about maybe trying to get some sort of form of pad practice just to meet up and have a gym with each other and have a bit of a social laugh.
Yeah, just to meet up as mates and stuff.
That's really all it is. And I'll play a couple of tunes in between time. No, that's really all we're looking to do. We did get a couple of practices. But so really it depends on weather and all sorts of stuff to come in. You can plan for a couple of weeks and then it comes to the day and it absolutely lashes out there. I don't really get a chance to do anything. So, because at the time, because we practice in the Orange Hall, at the time around we were in the 12, all the Orange Halls were shut off. All the community centres, Orange Halls, so we weren't allowed. So at least it was outside or nothing, sort of thing. So it's understandable that we're just looking to follow the rules and stuff and try to do our best with it. But we're not really, we're just sort of going along as best as we can. No, I made a couple of wee changes to scores and stuff for the past, just send them out, and if I haven't learned, I haven't learned. Just see what happens.
Well, that's it. As lead drummer, it's bound to be one of the biggest challenges is keeping your players engaged because everyone now is all sitting in front of the telly. You know what I mean?
I think everybody is. No, but we'll have a group chat going and it's a wee bit of regular chat, post a couple of silly things and a couple of funny things just to keep everybody a couple of ideas and what should we do. And then we're flat out there over the Worlds weekend. We were saying we should have been here and there and whatever.
Yeah.
But no, I think I've no real big worries at the minute. I think maybe 6 months down the line, if we're still in this situation, I might be sort of going, I think everybody will be in the same boat here as will we have anything here.
Yeah, so, definitely. That's one of the biggest worries, actually, we've been talking about on the show. Will we have a season for 2021? But, we're not going to get into that now.
No,
that's another...
That's negative. We won't talk about that anymore.
No, not at all. Yeah. So, if anything, you guys, what is the development program within Rivara? Do you guys actively take on young folks to play in the band?
To be honest, we'll give anybody a chance, really. No, especially if there's a couple of ones maybe come from grade 3 and 4, want to have a go, bring them in. No, we'll work with them. If the space is there, we'll give them a go. If they're good enough, they'll be there to play. If not, we'll just have to find something else or maybe a year or two down the line and maybe get another chance again. But we haven't really had much of a development sort of learner group this past couple of years. It's just really been the band at the moment.
That's been the focus really then for you guys, just maintaining what you have, I
Really,
suppose.
yeah. Because we have a real strong nucleus of local players, especially in the pipe corps. Though the pipe corps, there's maybe half a dozen at least. I've been there 30 years. Real good, strong nucleus of players, and some of their kids are now starting to play and move into the sort of band. So the drum corps is reasonably new. Like I say, I'm the longest serving player, and I've been there 10 years, just over 10 years, so I have. So the drum corps is reasonably new, but a lot of young players, local players and stuff, but
that's it indeed.
There's a good nucleus of players, so there's to work with.
And just keeping everyone together through all of this at the moment,
That's
I suppose,
all it is. No, it's a real good family band. Like I say, we do all our trips together and stuff. And all the day trips, we'll take the bus. No, very early. The boys now is sort of people starting to do their own thing, but generally it's the band takes the bus over and away we go. So it's pretty good that way.
That's it. So in 2020, we were all sorts of excited to see you guys because we were expecting quite big things, a lot of new material, a lot of flashy music coming from you guys. Can you give us any kind of a sneak peek? Did you have any new material, anything for us to look forward to?
We had a couple of new tunes. So we changed all of our marches for this year in the MSRs, and actually changed a couple of the medley tunes around. Stuff probably stuff that would have heard of, but something new for us in that sense. So I think I was going to be straight. We were going really well there come January, February time, though the band was really in a good shape. And after I think if we had got a result of the Worlds last year as a band, maybe third or fourth or something, I think we would consider to go up. But Closskilt as well.
Yeah.
I think we might have been in that. So I think we're looking for a good season, maybe possibly look at Grade 1 the next couple of years ago. It's a couple of years. So
if anything, 2019 was one of the most entertaining seasons for Grade 2. It was watching you and Closskilt battle each other out.
It really was. It was one week after the next. So just pretty much it was just whoever got the luck of the day. Like that's really all it was. Both bands. You look at Scotland was always us the top two. We were the top two.
Yeah.
The first few majors and stuff. So it was good, really good that way. And the home contest, it was 1 week or the next. You don't know who it was, one or the other.
And that's what makes 2021 so exciting, man. I can't wait myself. With yourself, obviously, taking the core into 21, what are you looking forward to the most yourself?
Well, I have a couple of new players in, so I have a real big core going out for next year. So just need to keep them going, and hopefully we'll have an even better season than we had last year. I always told the guys I want to try to go the whole season undefeated. That's our goal for next year. I want to try to retain what we have and do better.
Yeah.
So
there you go. Well, I'm heading to the bookies then. In that case, yeah, put some money on.
Yeah. So we'll have to work hard because there's 3 good cores still in Grade 2 and all that. So we still have to be on top of our game. It's not, like I said, it's never a given anyway.
No, certainly not. That's just what I was going to say to you. Grade 2 is possibly one of the most. It's possibly one of the most competitive grades, I think.
Yeah, so it can be unpredictable. Roughly, okay, maybe the top 2 bands sort of predicted us, but generally it can be a mashup each week, so it can.
Yeah, that's it. It's a flip of a coin.
It really can be.
You really don't know. Yeah. So for yourself, Matthew, then you've kept yourself all sorts of busy over lockdown, mate.
Oh, I had to. I was so bored, so I had to do something. Doing music, I probably practiced more than I've ever practiced.
Right.
Just because I've not got the time to. We've not been in work for a few weeks at the time there, so got a good chance to practice and do stuff that I don't usually get the chance to do. Write new score. I think it was those Flam 5 challenges came out early enough in lockdown. I think that sort of gave us something to work for. So it was a bit of fun.
That was a lot of fun, actually. Yeah, so shout out to Flam 5. They were
definitely.
Yeah, but yourself then, you've created a new YouTube channel on all of that.
I was actually, what it was Barbara from We Love Pipe Band sort of asked me to sort of maybe do something along with the page and we'll do a bit of promotion stuff. So just while I'm off, I might as well have the time. I do a lot of teaching and stuff anyway, so I thought maybe try to put some sort of short videos together and post them online. A lot of people are doing it anyway, so it's just more so trying to get across the way I would teach it rather than just do some generic online videos, because everybody and anybody at top level can do that, because everybody's having to go at it. So just thought, try to get a couple of videos up and see what they think. And then I tried the couple of score videos as well, so try to keep it different, 3 different scores and stuff up. So
that's it. If anything, we've been huge fans. We've talked about it before on the Rab Show whenever it launched, and we told people you had to check it out because you do put your own twist on things. It's not your usual do A, B, and C. You do A and then try B and then maybe C and then
and put them all together.
Exactly. Yeah.
No,
that's it.
You have to, especially as a leader, you have to make your own sort of stand on tunes. Everybody has most successful ones all have their own styles. I sort of want to be putting towards that as well.
That's it. So, do you want to give a shameless plug on the show for your YouTube channel? Go ahead.
Give us a like and subscribe. Matthew Shaw Drummond.
There you are. Class. So, can I ask then, also, good friend of the show, your dad, he's enjoying happy retirement now from lifting the bass drum. Is he still involved in Rivara Band at all?
Yes, no, I haven't really, just a spectator. But if there's any chance he does get the chance to lift that drum, he'd be straight on it.
I'm sure, yeah.
He'd be straight on it, so he would.
That's it. So, well, I need to ask then, through lockdown and all the rest, we've talked about motivating your players and keeping them involved, but yourself, what motivates you to keep playing?
It's my hobby. I enjoy my hobby. So, people maybe find it a chore nowadays. No, I have to go to practice, have to do this and do that. But I enjoy my drumming. I have the tools there that sort of play any score I want, look at any exercise I want, do what I want. So I can keep myself occupied. It does, on your own, it does get a bit boring. So I think I did organise a few lessons on Zoom or whatever, and just something a wee bit different as well. Because it can't be, that's why I tried to get back to practice as soon as I could. Just playing as a course so much more fun than sitting and practice on your own for whatever.
Definitely, yeah, I have to agree. But you're literally just playing for the love of it, Matthew, and that's where you are at the moment, yeah.
I like to say it's my hobby. I have no intention of stopping anytime soon.
That's a good man. That's the right answer, I should say. Yeah. Cracking stuff. So I have to say then, see, whenever you're composing scores and writing for new tunes and things, this is a question we get quite a lot actually for drummers. Where do you even begin? Where do you start to think about writing a score?
Well, Piper's actually, it used to be, everybody sort of talk about the Pipers pick the tunes and they give it the drum. But actually recently, between myself and Craig, we sort of helped work around with the melodies, help maybe pick a couple of tunes and help arrange a couple of tunes and stuff. But generally, when the tune comes out, I'll get the sheet music, the piping sheet music, and the recording. Work away. I can generally, if I want something done quickly and everybody want to learn it quickly, I'll do it quickly. I'll not leave it a couple of weeks here and there, and maybe decide. If I have a fair idea what the tune, if I have a recording of the tune, I'll play it in the car when I'm driving home back and forth to work. Get the idea of the tune in my head. Use the sheet music, the piping sheet music, for the actual sort of the monotone rhythm and find out where different pitch notes are, because sometimes the pitch notes can affect what I'm going to play.
Right. Yes.
Sort of, it can go quite deep. Sometimes I can listen to the recording, I can feel the whole thing coming through. I don't need to really think too much. But there's a couple of phrases I'm not too sure about. I would really need to sort of look right into a couple of bars of the piping music just to finish it off.
I see. So you do kind of draw from the actual pipe score as well.
Yeah, 100%. I think for ensemble-wise, you need that. At the end of the day, it's a pipe band, and we're the drum corps, we're supporting the pipe corps. As an ensemble. And what I want to hear, if people listen to us warm up as a corps, they can go, "Oh, I know that tune. I can tell you that's that tune. That's the one which I beat." Not. Then sometimes you can overdo it, where you're so close to the pipe music, but you're not actually playing any material as such.
Yeah,
you do have to take away the melody a wee bit to play a few different elements and stuff and phrases and stuff that actually sound that you want to listen to.
Yeah, that's it. So as well as accompanying the music, you also have to make it a functioning drum score.
You do. Yeah, you can. Yeah, you can write any score to any tune following the pipe music, and it could be done. It may follow the pipe music perfectly. Yeah. The song went absolutely perfect, but you wouldn't want to listen to it.
Yeah, that sounds like nothing. So
it's about getting that balance. Sometimes you get it right, sometimes you get it horribly wrong.
There you go. That's it.
So,
trial and error.
Absolutely. There's definitely, you ask my guys, on the sheet music we have a version whatever. Sometimes I get up to 6 or 7 before we are right.
Oh, there you go. It's a process. I think it's a process. definitely.
The guys have to like it as well. Sometimes I throw a score up the band practice and set it down, and it's thrown up and thrown in the bin before I even get through the second part.
Oh wow, they're as quick as
I
that,
know,
yeah.
they have to have their say. No, a couple of guys do like to have their say.
Well,
I put a couple of suicidal phrases in it that just gets that's a tore up and thrown in the bin.
Just that's it. We're not playing that.
That's happened before.
Yeah. Well, I was going to say, not every lead drummer would be open to something like that, you know?
You have to be open. Stuff like that, no. There's no such thing as my way or the highway anymore. No. At the end of the day, it does sort of come down to that. But you still have to, your core has to be involved as well.
That's it. It's a collective. It's a team effort, isn't it?
It is.
Yeah, exactly. So, Matthew, you teach from bare bone beginners, never held a pair of sticks, right the way up to advanced playing. And a lot of our listeners actually would be lifting the sticks for the first time. Have you any tips, even from beginners up to advanced?
Really, all it comes down to, you need to be well taught. I know plenty of people have been taught by people who haven't a clue. They've been taught poorly, the techniques poor.
Yeah.
If you start off with a good technique, and just take your time with the movements and do what your tutor tells you to do. I know a lot of people want to take 2 or 3 steps ahead and try to go straight in the scores or whatever, and without even knowing how to play a 7-stroke roll, they want to try and play. I know plenty of YouTube drummers as well. They tell me they can play along the Phil Marshall on YouTube and play the very best, but
yeah,
that's in their own wee world. That's all right, but not to everybody else.
No, that's I think we do know quite a few YouTube drummers who don't even hold the sticks correctly, which is
just ladder and think they're absolutely superb.
Yeah, well, it's strange, and this is something actually I want to debate with you. Myself and Gareth McLeese were talking on the Rab Show a while ago. Now I'm not a lefty, but I actually have a pair of sticks here. See, I'm doing visual stuff on the radio, right? But I have always held my sticks with my right hand like this, you know, with the match.
Yeah.
And then Gareth actually spoke about he had to learn again with the other way around.
Yeah.
He re-taught himself.
Yeah.
What's your experience with that? Have you ever had any drummers come into the core holding them?
Not really. No, I've always played that. I've always played that way. But my left hand, I used to play one finger across the top of the stick.
Oh, instead of 2.
Instead of 2, but then sort of maybe 3 or 4 years into me playing, I gradually brought myself around the 2 fingers across the stick. But started off, I was one.
Just the
finger across the stick. And I was playing dead. I don't know what was happy enough from playing at the time, but I knew once I started to work on with the 2 stick, I didn't notice this change in my playing.
Yeah.
So,
that's it. So, are you a believer in the traditional grip where that's it, or do you believe in playing comfortably?
Yeah, if you're good enough to play whatever step, whatever.
There you are.
I will take the absolute hand on anybody who does play the other way. You know, we do have a player in our core. He does play the other way, and it gets dog's abuse. But he's still a good player. It's all part of good heart and good fun stuff. But he does get dog's abuse for it.
That's it. I still get dog's abuse myself, to be honest. Yeah.
Just take it on board for that. That's what you do. You just laugh at it and move on.
Aye, that's it. Yeah, look at that Egypt there. Yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah. But there you go. That's a very nerdy drumming question I figured I would ask you there. So can I ask then about one last question about drumming before we get on to some other questions here about the bass and tenor core? What sort of interaction would you have with creating bass and tenor scores?
Realistically, I do take a bit, but I don't really take a bit. I sort of leave that down to the bass and tenors to work it out themselves. Unless there's certain bars and phrases I know I want these to play something there, where the drummers are stopping, you're playing there, whether you like it or not, sort of thing. I want you to come up with something to put in there. Yeah. Generally, I just let them play away, unless there's something, and then down the line when they're playing along and it doesn't sound it's fitting. I'll say like change something there. It's not working with us. So generally, I just leave it down to them.
There you go. That's interesting. So who would take care of that? Would that be Craig, your bass drummer?
Craig would take care of the. Craig would take care of the sort of most of the stuff, and just sort of the rest of the guys have their try to sort of spell among themselves what they agree with and what they don't agree with, especially with flourishing and stuff.
Yeah. There you go. That's interesting. So you give them opportunity then just to have their own voice, really?
I pretty much just leave them to it. I'll send them the score and the recording and stuff, and I just let them tear away.
There you go. That's interesting. Yeah. There you go. The inner workings of Rivara drum corps. You've heard it here, folks. There you go.
That's it.
So, Matthew, I know I've asked you the Rab Show staples 100 times before, but let's remind our listeners again about your favourite cheese, mate.
Favourite cheese?
Mm.
See, I don't know. I've been absolutely flat out in cheeses the past couple, so I'm torn at the minute.
Oh, no.
Absolutely torn.
That's
So
a difficult one.
it's hard to beat a good cheddar, and mozzarella and all that. But I think everybody's all on top of the halloumi cheese at the minute.
Oh, there you go.
That's it.
People keep saying this every time I ask about the cheese. Halloumi keeps coming up.
I wouldn't say it's my favourite. It's up there. Like, it is definitely up there. Like,
Yeah, I'm going to have to try this. I'm definitely going to have to try this.
I slap her in the pan and away you go.
That's the way to go.
That's it.
So, yellow flashes, then, the fluorescent yellow flashes, yes or no?
Absolutely not.
Thank you. Yes, no, I agree totally. Yeah, they're a disaster.
If I want to look like a Teletubby, I'll put the Teletubby suit on.
And pineapple on pizza, yes
Absolutely
or no?
not. You must be joking. Throw the pizza in the bin.
Thank you. Yes, you're not a savage. Yep.
No, don't be silly.
It's no business being there.
No,
okay.
Absolutely not.
I need to ask you then. I've already asked you questions on the show about your most memorable moment, and of course, you talked about lifting the worlds and everything. But what has been your most embarrassing moment in piping and drumming, Matthew?
Oh dear.
That's a big question.
You probably need to ask everybody else for that. There was a video when I think it was when Sinclair won the worlds in 2015. I think I don't know if I had the camera at the time, but I think it caught everybody that surprise. I just went in with full high pitched scream. Shouting out the top of it, but completely went high pitched. I don't know.
Way up there somewhere.
Let's see what it was. I think it circulated there a couple of weeks ago when we were talking about it. But I'm trying to think what I've done you need to just say, if you send this out and a couple of people comment on it, they'll probably quickly tell me, so they would.
There you go. So you can comment below. Those who know Matthew well, you can comment what his most embarrassing moment is. There you go. So, Matthew, if anything, mate, all the very best to the guys in Rivara. Please send our best. We wish as well, rolling into 2021. And, of course, for your YouTube channel as well.
Yes, thank you.
Keep us informed in any new developments, man. We'll be more than happy to chat about it.
Well.
Yeah. Okay, well, thanks for joining us on the show, Matthew, and hopefully we'll catch up with you again another time.
Yes,
Cheers.
no problem at all.
Thank you.
Cheers, thank you.